So the next math function we need to look at is the random function. It's a pretty common thing in a program to want some kind of randomization. A lot of games use this. So to get to that, we use the math.random method. So let's start off by printing this out and seeing what it does. Compile. And as you can see down here, we're getting a decimal number. So if I run it again, random. So we're getting decimal numbers. Basically, the range of the numbers is going to be between 0 and right under the whole number 1. Usually when we do this, we want the random numbers to return integers. So the very first step, let's say I want numbers between 1 and 100. I would multiply by 100, recompile, and when I run it, we get random numbers between 0 and 99. But we don't want that decimal part there. So we're going to go back to what we did when we did typecasting earlier. And we just need to put the int there and then put our calculation in parentheses after it. So recompile and run it. So now we're getting nice whole numbers. Now the range of numbers we're getting here are between 0 and 99. So if I wanted numbers between 1 and 100, I would need to add 1, basically to bump every number that we get into the correct range. So run it again. Now depending on the kinds of random number you need, you're going to change what we multiply by and what's added onto the end. What we multiply by is the total number of numbers we need. What's added onto the end is the value of the lowest number we need. So let's say I want random numbers between -20 and +20, inclusive. So there are 41 numbers in that range, and the lowest number that I want to get is -20. So if I compile and run again, and just like always, we want to run a bunch of times and make sure, there we go, we've got negative. Make sure that you're getting numbers that are really in between that range. So for any of the classes that you can import into Java, basically they're listed here in the Java API. And Oracle, the company that runs Java, keeps a really nice website with references. So if we click the link, so here's the website that lists all of the possible methods that are built into Java that you can import into your programs. As you can see, there are tons of them available. So if we scroll down here on the left-hand side to math, there it is. This is the API for math. It'll give you a little explanation of what the math class does. And as you can see, it's got tons and tons of different methods available. So this is what's called the method summary. And we're really only responsible for a very small portion. But let's scroll down to the random. There it is. Basically, this gives a little description of what the method does and talks about the range of values that you're going to see. So it's a handy reference if you ever need like a sine or cosine, something like that. This is the best place to look it up. So as we've seen today, the math class is incredibly handy. It adds exponents, square roots, sine, cosine, all the different math methods you could probably use in your programs.